Hi, welcome. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how you're 90 days away from getting consistent calls and how, if Mike knew exactly what I'm going to share with you in this video, it would have saved him $24,000 per year on running ads to keep his business active and going. And I'm also going to show you exactly how this simple one-page website was able to generate 16 leads within a year period, spending less than $100 to achieve this, of which the very most recent lead came in October of 2025. I'm going to walk you through the exact same system we use in building this simple one-page website, and it's not even a multiple-page website. So we're able to generate this number. It's completely free with spending less than $100. This has more than 1000x the return on investment, or even up to 3000x the return on investment right there. So let me tell you about Mike. He runs an HVAC business here in Texas. Good guy, does great work. His customers love him, but Mike has a problem. Every single month, he pays $2,000 to Google Ads, and every single month, he gets calls. Sounds great, right? Wrong. Because the moment Mike stops paying, the call stops. It's like renting an apartment, you pay rent, you have a place to live, stop paying, you're on the street. Mike told me something last month that's really stuck with me. He said, I feel like I'm on a treadmill that keeps speeding. The ad costs keep going up. The competition beats higher, and I'm stuck paying more to stay in the same place. Here's what really hurts. Out of those calls Mike gets, maybe 30% are actually good leads. The rest, tire kickers, people shopping around, folks who just want free quotes so they can negotiate with someone else. Mike is spending $24,000 a year just to keep his phone ringing, and he knows there has to be a better way. But every agency he talks to wants to sell him the same thing: more ads, fancier ads, better landing pages. Nobody's telling him the truth. You don't need to rent your customers, you need to own your lead. And I'm going to dive right in exactly how Mike is able to spend this amount of money. So in our case, we did a gutter website in McKinney, and someone looking to get their gutters fixed in McKinney will type various queries. One of them is gutter repair McKinney. They will type in best gutter guards company in McKinney, rain gutter installation McKinney. And the first thing that pops up on this website simply is the sponsored ad section. This is where Mike is actually bidding for most of his customers. So as you can see here, they have 4 businesses competing right here, and there are even more than this. If you check below, you'll still see some ads. Okay, no, not for this. So usually you get the sponsored section first when someone searches for your specific service on Google, and then you get the organic section. This is the map section, and only 3 businesses are qualified to be in this spot. There are a lot of ranking signals that guarantees them to be in this spot. So if you're not here, another place you can also rank is this blue links right here. This is the organic search, and this is where your website would actually pop up, and that is why you own a website. So if you own a website and it's just sitting there collecting dust and nothing has been done to it, all you do is run ads consistently, then this video is for you. So stick with me. I'm going to explain exactly how to get on this top search of Google and how you can reduce those ad spends and even turn them to zero entirely. So let me show you the case study I built out and exactly how I'm able to do this for less than $100, and how you can get this done with all of the mistakes I made, all of the improvements I should have done in my case to actually get this website even more leads and consistently showing up on Google. And we'll do that for $224, and you get this all set up for yourself. You don't have to pay me. Just use all of the information you've got in this video to do this completely for yourself. So here's the website. It's a single one-page website that appears on Google for when people search for rain gutter installation in McKinney. And here's the website. It doesn't have to show up in position number 1. It just has to be on page 1 and in position 1 to 3 for multiple of the keywords. So the first thing we did was get an exact match domain. An exact match domain simply means you including the core service you render and in the city you render it in the domain name.com. For some reason, Google tends to favor this domain name for a long time, but a lot of improvement has happened all over the years, and Google has gotten smarter. So there are more ranking signals than just getting the exact match domain. The second thing we did was also include the service render in the title tag. It is a must. You need to tell Google exactly what the title of your page is. And we went a step further and included the same set of services we render and in the city in which we render it in the headline tag of the website page. It further enhances it further enhances the trust and kind of tell Google, okay, well, this is the kind of content this website is talking about, and this is why you should show them. Then the fourth thing we did was also included in the first paragraph. Immediately after the headline, you also want to include keywords relevant in the first line, and it has to sound naturally. It doesn't have to be so complex. Another thing we did was build out the service section. We included gutter installation, replacement, gutter cleaning, downspout installation and repair, gutter guards. But in your case, you could do this as a separate page, which I'm going to come back to later. But this is basically how we did. We talked we talked briefly about each of the services we render and how we render them. And another section we built out is why they should choose our gutter company. So if you're insured, you want to put this over here. If you're protected, if you're licensed, you want to put this over here. If you have trained professionals, you want to put it over here. If you've been in business for a long time, this is the section you want to include all of those. If you've got great customer experience, got some testimonials of some sort, you also want to include them on your website right there. Then the second to last thing we did was included a frequently asked questions in this website, such that when persons are searching for your service in your area, there's some questions they might have and they need answering to. You want to cover as many of those questions as possible on your website, preferentially on your home page of your website, targeting the core keyword that you are trying to offer the service in. So we did basically 20 of these. You could do more. There's no limit to how many of these questions and answers you can have. But something you have to understand right here is when people are asking this question, let me look for one that asks the people also ask question. So persons who are searching for this specific query, McKinney Gutter Company, are also asking questions like how much should you pay for gutters? How much on average does it cost to replace guttering? So this is where you come up with your questions, or you could also use AI to assist you with relevant questions within your niche that you can answer and place on your website. So, but in this case, Google has already given us an hint, giving us a cheat sheet of exactly what people are searching for and what is relevant within your niche. So for this case, because you are servicing a local company, not a global one, so you want to ensure that the questions is tailored directly for your local company. As you can see, we're always including McKinney everywhere. So in this case, you could say, how much should you expect to pay for gutters in McKinney? I think I should have this question. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. Okay, so you just want to have multiple of these questions and answered on your website. And the last thing we did was also include the zip code in which we serve. Some local owners are looking for contractors within their specific zip code. So this is something you want to pay attention to. You could also go a step further by including various landmarks like Harbor Freight, Westlake Hardware, Undercars. So use all of these service areas to kind of strengthen your local authority in the space. And that's all we did with this website. I got it ranking. I got us this number of leads within a specific amount of time, spending less than $100 in trying to generate this. So after you must have finished building the website, you want to ensure that Google is able to see this website and is able to trust your website. How do you do this? You want to get your website listed on multiple directories. In our case, we got it listed on over 400 directories, including Yelp and other big directories right out there, and we got them indexed on Google for Google to see them. You could do this manually yourself, or you could just hire someone on Fiverr like myself, Mohammed Wahid. $75, you get 400 citations. One citation costs way less amount of time is going to cost you. So you just got to do this yourself and save yourself much headache and time. Basically, that's all we did. We spent $75 for the citations, and we spent $15 for the domain name, and that's it, $90, and we're able to get this number of leads coming. If we were to sell these leads to a contractor, we'll be selling upwards of $1,500 to $3,000 for all of these leads that came in through this website. So basically, that's all we're able to get from this website, and a lot of things I learned going on this website that we could have done better, which I'm going to explain to you right now. So another thing we could have done is, aside from the online directories we did, We would have issued out a press release. A press release simply means a newsworthy article that gets your business mentioned or put your business in the eyes of Google or other search engines to tell them that okay, you are relevant. Because high authority websites are linking back to your website, and they're also linking back to the home page, not just the website. The home page of the website, all of the links are pointing to this page of this website. So it further strengthens the authority, tells Google that you are relevant. People trust your website because imagine someone trying to understand exactly what your page is, and they are seeing a lot of links, relevant, high authority, newsworthy links pointing to your website. It gives Google that ranking signal that you are in for business and they should trust you and rank you higher than website like Yelp. For multiple of the keywords we target, we rank higher than big companies, big franchises like Brothers That Just Do Brothers. And this is something you can also do in whatever niche it is you are in. It doesn't specify, it's not specific to just gutter installation alone. So whatever niche it is you cover, it works the same way. So what would have done is also issue out this press release. I recommend this one of $70 because you get 450 placements with this, but any of this one should even work, and you get listed in Street Insider, Fox Media, NBC and Associates, and all of them. So you get listed on all of these media outlets. So it's something you should have, but you could also use it as a trust badge on your website for when people come onto your website that you are seen on Fox, CBS, NBC, and the likes of them. So that's something you want to have under your belt. That's something else we could have done. Another thing we could have done was also build relevant backlinks, high authority backlinks. Backlinks are kind of expensive, so you have to do a guest post on an active local website. And Jackie Chow offers these services. He sells his backlinks for from anywhere between $74 to $90, depending on the quantity you want. So the more backlinks you order from him, the less amount you pay. Then it kind of helps you drip feeds this maybe every month. So basically, if I were to do this afresh again and to ensure that I get the best result from this, I would spend $224 to get started. And if I were to do it full blown, that okay, I want to see result actually from my location, depending on the competition, you can expect to spend anywhere between $1,500 to $2,000 for this singular website, and I guarantee you're going to get your return on investment. Is 100% guaranteed so long you stick with everything I've told you in this video. So this is basically how we're able to get these huge results from a year's worth of spending $100 to get this result, all completely free. So we didn't run any ads, we didn't pay any money to Facebook, we didn't do anything, we just let the website sit there. In 3 months, we're able to get our first lead and consistently 1 or 2 leads. Imagine if you could do this for multiple sites. Imagine if you could do this for multiple locations. So in our case, over the course of 10 months, we were able to get 16 qualified leads, real people, real address, real gutter problems. They're not tire kickers. And the funny part is we didn't have a phone number, active phone number on the websites. You will say, yes, there's a phone number on the website, but it's not active. If you try calling this phone number, it goes nowhere. So if we would had an active phone number, we would have doubled or even tripled the number of leads that came in. But in your case, you would definitely have a phone number on your website that you could even track. Then you would even double or triple this number of leads for with spending less than $100. Then imagine if you can spend 20 times this amount. It means more leads. Your website gets shown all over the places alongside. If you have a Google business profile, that makes it the best because that gets 90% of the calls than the website even. So I will break down a microsite strategy that you could use for your own business. So if you serve multiple locations near you, you want to have the same structure for each of those locations. So why it's good to target inner pages, like, okay, you could have your main website, you have location, then you now target multiple locations you service. While that is good, but it has been shown that Google tends to like the home page. That's why we're able to outrank bigger pages like this using their inner pages to target. If you can over around this area here, when I over around this, you would see exactly how this website is targeting. They are using inner pages to rank, and there's a reason they are ranking with these inner pages and why Google is showing our website above theirs. All of this showing our website above them. So the inner page does work, But Google tends to prioritize the home page because of the number of links that we are sending to it. I've told you before, we did 400 citations. This is 400 links sent into the home page. We did press release, like if you do the press release in your turn, that's another 400 links you're sending. That is over 800 links you're sending onto the home page. It gives it that power, it gives it that boost, it gives it that trust that you're in for business. So you want to target multiple domains for each of this location you service. It's not something you have to do at once. You could do them and let them sit for a while, then you start taking little profit and putting it into the website little by little. It starts building, it starts yielding fruit over time. Then you can stop paying for ads. It's not something you just like, okay, but if you're interested in always getting leads, just keep paying for ads, and in 3 years, you would have spent nothing less than 70 something $1,000 in running ads. But you would spend way less than this trying to implement all of this strategy right here, and you will still get about the same size of result and even quality result. So if each site on its own were to actually rank, and Google loves it because they see the domains focused local business, not generic site trying to rank everywhere. You do the math. So if each site brings 2 to 5 quality leads every month, that's 14 to 35 leads every month. It's more than what you are paying for ads realistically. So now I need to be honest with you. Paid ads aren't evil. If they are working right now, keep them running until that income funds your SEO strategy. Then slowly turn down the ad spend, and as your organic leads increase. The do-it-yourself method costs $224, like I said. Overall, if you're looking for a full-blown result, you could spend 10 times this amount, around $2,240, because you have to buy backlinks every month to fuel your site. So average to get you started is $15 for domain, $24 hosting, $75 citation, $70 press release, $20 to get all of the links indexed, and $20 for AI content. My test site costs way less because I cut corners. But for real businesses, you want to do it right. You can build 7 sites for 1,506. Then less than that is way less than that what Mike spends a month on ads alone. But here's what most people miss. Building a site is just the start. You need to maintain it, update, respond to reviews, add content, stay updated with Google, and even build and optimize your Google business profile. So here's what I'm offering. This is where we come in. We don't just build a specific website from you and leave it. We manage everything until you start seeing results. We manage them. We help you grow your business. We set up automations for your business that makes life easier for you. All you got to do is get to the job site, fulfill the request of the homeowner, and you're just good. We help you collect reviews automatically. We help you send reminders for them to leave you reviews. We'll give you basic business structure that keeps your business in place for a long time, and also help you grow in your space and also expand and even get more clients. So basically, if you enjoyed this video or you have questions, leave them in the comment section, and I'm going to do a video explaining or responding to them. Thanks for listening to me, and if you like this kind of content, subscribe and turn on the notification bell and like this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.